candid camera, camo style. Yeah, there's so many deer trails in through here and across here. There's one. It was off down there in that bottom. There's a creek down there with a spring on it. Big spring on it too. I mean, the state has, since it's close to the roadway, the spring is on us, but y'all, the state has built up this concrete thing around it because they actually had to dig it out and move it when that 4-lane up there. The old spring used to be about in the middle of it, and they dug it out down here further. It's on the other side of this hill. It ain't nowhere close to where I'm standing. It's hundreds of yards. But they dug it out, tapped into it there, and somehow or another, and they built a concrete like cistern up thing down there and everything, and that spring is on us. It's ours. But my Lord, at the water flowing through that. We get it uphill, and it's a big hill. We get it uphill, pump it uphill. There's a pump house now, and a pump. It ain't no good down there, but the pump house is. But if we get that water uphill, we'll never have to tap into the city water here. Y'all, I come down here and did a little half-assing on my clearing out. You couldn't see through none of this before, and I come down here with a hatchet and a machete and cut limbs out so I could at least get me somewhere to hunt. A little bit of a shot, and it's just one little tiny little spot on it, and there's a lot of it really too thick to go hunting on. There's actually some pine trees down here, size of them, that I actually pulled up with the big red 3-wheeler. I did. I tied off to them, pulled them up like right there, and got the hatchet out, hit a couple of roots, and jerked them some guns out of the ground and went down the dusty trail with them. You can see some of them laying around over here. A blind right there. I figure that's about 40 yards, 35, 40 yards to the corn pile at most, something like that. So that's a handgun shot. For some people it is, if they can hit anything. Got as about as makeshift as a blind can be. That tree is broke off. That's the last time I was in this thing, in this blind. The bucket, sit right there and hope for some meat to come walking out. Tell what that is. I cleared a little bit. You couldn't pull in here before, but got to do a lot more clearing. I'm not going to clear this property off by no means, just maybe enough to pull a camper down here, and let's hook up water and power and put a septic tank down here, and we'll come down here and party on. Started rough cutting 3-wheeler trail, nowhere near done. Well, of course I'm not done on the property, but I'm nowhere near done with even this little section. Showing y'all a little bit. Y'all probably can't, you know how cameras never capture the elevation or the height of anything? That's this case, because you really can't tell it. Anyway, when I hear an out of shape older fella get winded and seem pathetic. Anyway, our property goes down there to that bottom and follows that creek down near a 1/4 mile that way. 1/4 mile that way, and then over 1/8 of a mile from east to west, and then when you over yonder, over a 1/4 mile back to the right of way of this 4-lane. And I'm not going to build a shooting range down in this area or nothing. And no, I'm not going. I'm just tickled, since our property was cut over about 10 years ago, a little bit, 10, 11 years ago. I'm tickled to have some mature timber on this, but y'all, I'm not cutting none of this, even though I wouldn't mind having some firewood or something to to build a little cabin down here with off lumber from the property, wood from the property, but we're just gonna, I'm probably gonna build something with rough cut stuff from a buddy of mine's sawmill. Anyway, there's a little look at some of it. I'll put in a few more pictures and show you other angles and other spots. This right here is the northeast corner, supposedly. Fence line going up through yonder. Everything from here and then back in yonder, it's got to curve around some. Everything you're looking at right through here is ours.